Matt, what a game. Wasn't quite over until the 80th minute and 10 seconds really, with a Dan Parker intercept at the end to send Ryder over for a try. How do you sum up that game? Game of two halves really.
Yeah, game of two halves. Sum it up by it's a hard one to sum up, to be honest, because we put ourselves in an opportunity to be able to win this game and win this game comfortably with some really good sort of ability. I thought our first half was pretty good generically. I thought we put ourselves in a position there at the start of the second half to then be able to kick on and really looked like we could potentially put a score on, and then I just think there were a couple of areas there we didn't manage their kick-offs very well. I just thought, from that point there, we incompleted our next 6 sets where we constantly gave them the ball and couldn't get to a kick. It just gave them the impetus to be able to sort of get on the front foot and come back at us. But Rudyard worked really well for them. I thought he had some smart kicks that sort of gave them some scoring opportunities. We really didn't manage our energy and how we managed the game in that second half, which was not obviously not what we wanted to do.
I suppose with every game that we play, we learn something different, and this was a challenge today, wasn't it?
The challenge was unnecessary. The challenge was met early doors where we front loaded our energy. We were good, strong in our defensive detail. We managed the game. Our yardage was better than theirs. Our contact was better than theirs, and then we put ourselves into a situation where we had to really scramble at the end by really flipping that on its head and not managing sets, and then giving them the chance to find some energy and come at us. And fair play to Rochdale, once they got on a roll, they really had some good rugby league with some old heads managing how they play the game and asked some questions and got some points from us. But for me, it was unnecessary to get to that point. And whilst being sort of happy that we showed a bit of resilience and we came back with an exciting finish at the end, we really need to be looking at how we manage that middle period and how we defend on an edge sometimes.
Is that something you've seen in the games prior to this one?
I think some of our edge defence, there's been a sprinkling of that throughout the games. So it's something that we have been working on, but we need to work on a lot more. I thought at the start of the second half we actually looked a lot better with our edge defence, and we were getting forward, particularly on our goal line. We were getting forward that 10 metres and really pressuring, and then it slid away again a little bit. They found ways to get past us. So there's some areas there that we have seen a little bit before, and we have been working on, but we need to work a lot harder.
That left edge racking up the tries again, 3 for Junior, 2 for Billy Walkley.
Yeah, the left edge, the ball today, pretty much defensively most of the time. There's that little try through Jack there. We're good, and Junior South's 300th game, and you've got to respect that longevity and that ability to play at this level and higher for that amount of games. And he certainly turned up to honour himself in that game with 3 tries, and comfortably a man of the match for us. Billy Walker continues to shine on that edge outside of that that good shape, and continues to rack up the points. So he had some good carries on exit too. I thought Adam Ryder had some really good carries on exit as well.
We're going to Hunslet at home, back at home next week after 2 weeks on the road. How do we preview them? They've had a good win today against North Wales Crusaders, who gave us a run a couple of weeks ago as well.
Rochdale beat North Wales Crusaders last week, and we thought North Wales were really sort of good and energetic against us. So we've certainly got to respect that, and we've got to respect Hunslet coming to us with a little bit of momentum there. And there's certainly no shortage. We've said it before. There's no shortage of players and coaching staff amongst Hunslet that want to come to Keighley Park and really make a statement performance against us. So we need to make sure we have a look at ourselves during the week first, though, and right some wrongs from today before we start looking at them.
Will you spend more time looking at this game and dissecting this one than you potentially would have done normally?
I certainly think we need to make sure we go through, I guess, with a fine-tooth comb, as people like to say. We certainly need to make sure we look at it very closely about some team efforts and some individual efforts, what we need to do defensively with our contacts and with our defensive efforts, checking the release, those kind of things. So we'll definitely be looking at it very closely and working hard on those areas during the week.
Cheers, Matt. Thank you.
No worries, thank you.